least I hit on my last shot. Because you know that missing on your last shot's bad luck. You don't want that. That's all kinds of trouble. This is a 14.5 drilled pin and welded that I built using an M4E1 receiver set from Aero Precision. The Aero Precision components on this are the M4E1 and the VG6 Epsilon 556 SL. This is a muzzle device that when it is drilled pin and welded to the barrel, it converts the rifle into from a 14.5 to it's like 16.1 or something, and makes it legal, which makes it just a rifle, which allows you to have a stock. This rifle, as you see here in the photograph, weighs in at 5 pounds 10 ounces. And when I assembled it and weighed it, it actually floored me how light it was, because I really did not expect it to be that light. I expected it closer, much closer to 6 pounds than 5'10". One of the things that I've consistently said when it comes to the proverbial truck gun that everyone's always talking about is that you really ought to have a rifle if you can. You ought to have a rifle that you can depend on, that doesn't so much require things on it that require batteries. I've had to amend that view, because I realized that I am one of those people who prefers to have one really great rifle that does everything for me versus a rifle that does this and a rifle that does that. And this rifle does everything for me. The only thing that it doesn't do is vehicle. At 16 inches, man, you're pushing it. Vehicle ops is really hard. Honestly, vehicle ops is hard with a 10.3. Okay, 10.3 is about as long as you want to be going for vehicle work, because to properly shoot any shoulder-fired weapon, you have to have the stock in the proper position. This guy, by the way, guys, this is not a shooting position. This has become a thing now. People love doing. Actually, I think it's probably that. This has become a thing, which is why the K grips that kind of tilt forward have become a thing. But guys, this is for storage purposes. This is for shooting purposes. You fit the rifle to the crook of the arm, and this rifle is an exact fit to me because I have the extra butt pad on the CTR. And you fit it to the crook of the arm, and this is the proper length of pull for the AR-15 for me. For you, it would be different. You know, for different people, it's different, which is, yeah, one of the reasons why this is adjustable. But I see people shooting these things like this, and then they end up putting K grips on. And K grips, by the way, constantly make you feel like the gun is falling out of your grip. Now that I've said that to you guys, those of you that have K grips, pick up your gun. And please be honest with yourself. I don't need to hear from you, but please be honest with yourself. When you pick it up, do you feel that you have control over that weapon? Or do you feel like the weapon is constantly trying to fall forward out of your grasp? Because that's the very first time that I touched a K grip, I said to myself, I feel like I'm dropping the gun. The gun is Aero Precision M4E1 VG6, which is VG6 Precision, Aero Precision, and Ballistic Advantage, and I think Radian now are all pretty much one big company now. They've kind of created their own group, which is cool. You know, they're four good companies, and I'm really glad to see that happen. So I tend to stick in the direction of the things that I know that work well, that I've tried in the past and that work really well, and their products are top notch. The gas block is melanite coated. Gas tube is melanite coated mid-length gas system, which allows me more length on that gas system for the pressure to build and the pressure to drop before the weapon unlocks and ejects. Nickel boron bolt carrier group, which the bolt carrier groups for me come from the same places that the big boys get theirs, so take that for what it is, guys. When you buy one from me, you're getting top quality. Charging handle is Gunfighter Mod 4B from BCM. Handguard is the BCM MCMR 13-inch. I like BCM products. If it isn't obvious, I like BCM products. Always have. I've always had great respect for the company. And so whenever possible, I stick with BCM. Buffer tube, mil-spec. The buffer inside is 4.4 ounces. Mil-spec spring. This particular one, because it's my personal one, has a CTR with an extra butt pad CTR, Magpul CTR with an extra butt pad on it. The production gun is a Magpul MOE. The production gun is a Magpul MOE grip. Mine is the Myad, once again, because it's my personal gun. Magpul XDM hand stop kit. Everyone asks me about this. This is the little forward doohickey on the Magpul XDM hand stop kit. I only use this piece because I don't need the rest of it. I want the handguard to be able to rotate in my grasp for getting around corners, but I also want this so that I can leverage against it so that I can drive forward into the light. That's really the only reason it's there. My light choice is the Inforce WML. Couldn't tell you which generation it is because having worked for the company, I know the generations differently than you guys know the generations, so I don't really know what the industry calls this one, but this is the one that was being made when I was working for the company, and this is the one that I really like the most. The new ones, yeah, not so much. These I really like. They have a better focus on the light. The freedom of what I do means I get to give people honest responses instead of saying, hey, let's just follow the company line and let's tell everyone how swell everything is. You know, guys, I'm here to tell you truth. I'm here to sell you truth. I'm not here to sell you or tell you puffery that sells products for other people. This gun has been born out of making sure that what I needed for the project was in place before I presented it to you. Really, namely, was the welding. I needed to find someone that I trusted that was local to my home. I've gotten burned on getting things done elsewhere. And I wanted to get things done locally so that I can start offering barrels with the muzzle device, drilled, pin, and welded. If your gun works but doesn't look really good, well, you know, that's like buying a butt-ugly Porsche. Who wants that? But if you have the ability to have aesthetics and performance all in one package, why wouldn't you? That's why I do the things that I do. That's why I make the choices that I do when I build guns, because I like guns that look good and shoot really well. All right, that's what I've got for you guys today. You can look at the specs on this weapon on my website, and if you're interested, let me know. As always, I thank you guys for watching. God bless you all. Get those guns out and practice. Have a good one.